Hey, there we are. Okay, cool. Hi. I thought my audio was hooked up fully. I was like sitting here getting all ready. I'm like, it's gonna be all good and I'll be ready to start up right away, and it wasn't. But whatever, it's fine. Um, so just wanted to recap. I know yesterday I was kind of doing a bit of a boring stream. I was in a bad mood. I just bad day at work, a bad day all around. So, um, but today, no, today went much better. It was a good day. So now I'm in a better mood to paint, so I want to get a few more layers down on some of these girls because I think yesterday I was going a little too slow and I was thinning it out way too much. And I think I just need to like go for it and just do some thick like milk layered whatever, just go from there. I'm charging my headset, so if it's hard to hear me, I apologize. I'll have it on me in a little bit, so shouldn't be too big of an issue. I just need it to charge. But for now, we can get started. Um, Let me just put that away because that's glue. And yeah, this is all pretty much dry, so that's fine. Yeah, peels right out. It's really nice. Ever since I'm gonna say I really like these. These peels are all this right out. Very satisfying. I'm just checking my Facebook chat, so my friends are blowing my phone up. Now they're just sending memes. That's okay. Memes are fun, but okay, I think that's clean enough. I mean, that's whatever's in there is dry. It's not a huge deal. Alright. Apologies. I have been wearing a mask all day, and my nose itches like no other. Oh, man. And normally I don't eat fast food like that, but I had Taco Bell today, and holy moly, was it good. Alright. So I think how I'm gonna do this. Well, first I want to get my mic so excuse me, so at least I can like get it somewhere near my voice until it's on my face. Pardon me. Okay. I'm going to continue with Runefang Steel, and we'll do that on all of the silver bits until she's not looking so flaky, I should say. I'm not really sure what it is, so I guess we'll use this brush. And I think today I'm not going to thin it out as much as I was, like, at all. Just like a few drops, if that. Keep sliding around. Much better. see what we can do. Yeah, I think it needs, just like I was saying, one more thing of silver, because I thinned it out too much yesterday when I was painting, and all of the like silver shimmery bits that are in the paint, which personally I don't like them, but I'm too lazy to learn how to paint no metal, so whatevs. But yeah, they were spread out, so they looked really bad. You could see all the individual flakes. And this time, this is looking a lot nicer. Yeah, and all I'm doing is just kind of touching up on any of these silver bits that need to be repainted, because there's a few pieces, but as you can see, there's like gold a little bit that I had like accidentally got on the side over here. Ooh, I gotta be careful because I didn't pin it down correctly. So she's a little wobbly on this painting stand. I just noticed that my ambiance wasn't on.
Auto shutdown enabled. Press power to cancel. Shutdown disabled.
That's why it was set to my headphone speakers. Now I can hear. No, I don't know why my follower goal keeps saying 3. It's at 5. Random thing I know I just said, but it's just weird. I think she looks nice, actually. Oh, gosh, this one still looks awful to me. I haven't really done much with the face, honestly, or anything with the face. Just Bugman's glow, but it just looks awful. I don't like the sculpt. That's a lot of light. There we go. Okay. This is charged maybe like 20%. I'm gonna give it a little more time. Sorry if I sound a little faded. Or fade far away. Whatever the word is. a smidge old away. I really don't know. I'm just charging my headset. It's over there. It's fine. Until I can get like a really good mic. It's like really the only thing I'm missing is like a nice mic. So it'll sound crisp. I'll buy some Pringles. Whoop. Thank you, Tenferg. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been working on a lot, but this one, I think she looks so fucking badass. This is like my favorite sisters model. It's my wife's that I'm painting for her. I built them too. Still got a bit to go. I'm just OCD. Where are they? You can see them all down here. Meh. I've got 1, 2, 3, no 5. It's just a box. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. That really makes me happy. So now I'm debating on what to paint color-wise. You see there's this leather that's like right here on her belly, and they all have it, and like I thought it was like I was painting it silver for a while on some of the troops, and then I realized that it was leather, and I didn't want to go over it, but I gotta find a nice color to accentuate like that'll go with the purples, and I'll figure it out. But I still haven't even done the insides of the cloaks, which the insides of the cloak is gonna be Gene Sealer purple. So it'll be like a lavender-esque on the inside, just to brighten up some of those spots. Yeah, I've got my Tantalus that was gifted to me for free, surprisingly, from a friend, and then I've got my Raider that I'm currently painting, and then this is my Venom that I've like done almost all the painting to. I just haven't done like the base for it yet, and I feel like I need to redo this witch's face. It's just gross. I was stoned out of my mind when I painted the face on that one. I'm just too lazy to get it like to remove all of it, but yeah, all the new sister stuff, like I was gonna get them before I bought the Drakari, but then when we got married, I had a bunch of nerd friends who gifted my wife a bunch of sisters models, and it helped me out a ton, so I've only had to buy a few, and it helped me get like the second army. But like I love all the cloth and stuff. Like, let me get my Eldar. I'll show you one of... Oh, by the way, this is what I'm hoping to have it kind of look like by the end. This is one that I did. Now, this is like one I did months and months ago, so the face is a little old. I used a different style. But all the bases are going to look like this for her models. And hopefully I can get them to look similar. Maybe a little more, like, detailed. But that was just kind of like a step. But like my Drakari, this is what my Drakari look like. So like I was painting these for forever, and then I had to go to a nice light because my wife picked out the color scheme for her sisters, and I went from bloody and evil and like sinister to like brightly colored silvers and golds and lavenders, and it's like it's been such a trade up, but it's nice. It's refreshing. And don't mind me, I'm gonna get stony. Done all the silver on her. The only one that I just don't know if I like, I do not like the face on this one. Maybe it's because it's only one layer of the paint, but like, it looks so gaunt to me. I might have to like paint it some really interesting colors to make it work out. Yeah, oh yeah, it'll definitely be great contrast on the table. We played a little bit over the weekend with some friends, and that turned out to be pretty. It worked out really well. I'm the only one out of all my friends. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. I've got a buddy, Jace.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
And thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, Tenfeng. So, or Tenferg? Tenferg, I get your name right. I was just out of the corner of my eye. It'd be fucked of me to be like, oh, tank dude. No, so, so I have a friend with Mechanicus, and he's got it mostly painted. And then I have a friend with white scars, and his is so easy. It's just, white and red, and then mine are super duper detailed because I have ridiculously bad OCD when it comes to painting. So, and I like to make them look pretty. You're outside? Where are you at? It's outside that it's hot. Well, I guess if you're not, I'm in Michigan and it's like 12 at night, so I always forget there's another side of the world. Whereabouts are you? I would love to know. I love chatting with people that aren't in Michigan or that are like further away. You know, I shouldn't have done this gold trim first. It was a mistake. Ooh, that's loose. You see that? That wiggle? That's loose. Gotta be careful with that. Oh, burning trees and getting stony. Aha, I see. Okay. I got you. I was just like, man, that's like, why are you outside if it's hot? Go inside. Well, I should assume that you're smart enough to do that. But yeah. Yet again, I'm stoned, so that's my thought process going right there. Yeah, I've been like sitting here thinking about painting almost all day. I was at work. I work second shift, so I don't get out till like about 11 o'clock, 11:30 ish, depending. And this is like all I've been wanting to do all day. And I personally wish I was outside smoking. I don't really like my vape that much. The high is high, but it's fast and fleeting. Could be the strain I've got, but you know, I'm not trying to get like super back on weed. It's nice to have after a long day of work. When you work in a hospital, you need something, and I don't drink, so it makes it easier. There's a little elbow pad inside of each one of these sleeves, and I want to get those before I forget. There we go. Dope. Yeah, I'm really hoping though. I think like I feel so good. I did rearrange my stream stuff, and I redid the art on my channel because I noticed when I was doing the font on my last header or my profile background for Twitch and stuff, the Z on crafts looked like the number 2, and it pissed me off to no end. And I had a friend, I had like 3 people that I showed them. I was like, "Isn't this cool?" And they're like, "Cody's craft too?" And I'm like, I just kept staring at them. I'm like, man, yeah, it's not that. So I changed it so it's actually not gonna look like that, and that's not gonna be a issue people are gonna have. Hospital, yeah. Operating room specifically, but yeah, hospital. It's a job. Pays for my models and it keeps my wife and me fed, so not my favorite thing in the world. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. As much as it, like, I'm not necessarily like, it kind of sucks because we work on the front lines, but they never considered us frontliners in our hospital. But I mean, we were still frontline workers because we sterilize the operating room equipment, and if like they need things, we deliver it to them. We bring them soft supply goods, you know, like needles and stuff. So like say an operating room calls and they need a catheter or they need like a surgical blade, then we deliver that to the nurses so they can properly hand them off to their superiors. And so I walk into a lot of weird shit. A lot of butts in the air and a lot of old people that are naked, and you know, everybody's naked. So, but I'm not getting in the nitty gritty. I'm not doing it myself. Now we do clean like the blood and stuff, thankfully, and I'm the supervisor, so I don't have to go into the back and do the washing part of it myself, only because I don't have to, because it is what it is. It's just part of my gig. But yeah, it has its days, because like we deal with emergency room surgeries too, so like shit can hit the fan real quick, and you could be like, we could have no surgeries going and everybody's just hanging out and all the nurses are hanging out and we're just doing our job and plugging away at what we've got. And I forgot to do the gold on the emblem on this girl. I just noticed that, and I'm knocking shit over. There we go. But and then it could go from like dead quiet to like, oh fuck, there was 3 shootings, or there was a shooting and 3 people got hit, or something stupid, car accident, anything, and then it's like all hands on deck and it's an emergency and we've got to put together the instruments for the surgery and do all sorts of stuff to get it ready, and then usually I hang out in the room at the beginning just to see if they need any last minute things, and then I just let them do their job and I'll go do my thing and make sure everybody's busy. But it's a interesting job. It's a very stressful job, but it's interesting. Not something I want to do forever, but it pays well, and it got me through the pandemic because everything else around me was closed. And that sucked. Crappy part about the whole thing is we never got like hazard pay for anything. We were all just there on our normal time, risking our lives, and I mean, like I said, I'm not like necessarily a fully front line, or I'm not on the front lines like a nurse would be. Those people, I respect them. I couldn't do that, but you know, we still dealt with COVID firsthand with patients and stuff, but they never gave us that bonus. The hospital kept telling us we weren't, and I thought it was kind of bullshit. But you know, it's whatevs. I don't like to hold on to past things. Well, I try not to. Sometimes you just gotta say fuck them. I mean, it is what it is. Pardon my language. I'm trying not to curse as much. Yeah, painting is my zen. Definitely is my zen because of it. And that's like kind of why I started streaming it. Because I just got into the hobby last year, last Christmas, I think. 2 years ago, I should say. 2 Christmases ago. I had a friend of mine gift me a box of Drakari Kabalites, and he did that to a bunch of his other friends and initiated all of us, and we all liked the game and the minis, and it's been a downward spiral since then. We've all been just going a little nuts on buying them, but they're fun. But they all say that I know that I take more. Well, no, I'm a little more detailed, and I'm very particular about how my things look. But I was posting on Reddit, and all my friends, and between friends and Reddit, were telling me like, man, these look like really, 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 really good. So like, I was like, might as well share it up, because I used to stream video games, but like nobody was watching the video games, and I kind of felt like it just was like, I mean, people do it and it's great, but I just thought it was kind of lame at a point where it was just all Fortnite kids and stuff, and I didn't have any video games that I was playing regularly enough to like, I was super ADHD with video games, or I only play PlayStation 1 games or GameCube really, and I stream those once in a while, so maybe on the weekends. I just can't get into newer games. But I've been painting more lately than I have been video games, and like I might as well share it up and see what comes out of it. And honestly, to be like fully honest with you, it's just so I can talk, because yes, as a supervisor, like I have to boss people around all day, but I don't get to like talk to people, and that sucks. So I'm perceived as a jerk, but that's because I'm the boss. And glad that you're painting loyalists after all those heretic Xenos. Yeah, you know, they gotta purge them every so often. But I do like to see my Drakari go out on a nice raid once in a while. It is fun. The Xenos are a lot of fun. I honestly kind of prefer them a little bit more than the Imperials, but at least the human factions. But I do have to say, like, out of all of the human factions, I really do wish I had Space Marines. Only because all my friends have Space Marines, or a couple of them do, and they're huge models, and they're so much easier to paint than these tiny little sisters in Drakari, because fuck me, they're so small. I had to learn like a million different new ways to paint just to paint it correctly, because they were so small. Especially the faces. Fucking A. The sisters' faces and the Drakari faces are so small. And then compared to like a Space Marine's face, so much easier to paint a Space Marine's face. It's ridiculous. Like, no questions. It's just, it's so much easier. Today at the hospital was pretty quiet, thank God. Not a whole lot was going on. We had just some basic stuff. I think the only thing that like went on all day was we had a cabbage, which is a coronary artery bypass graft, and hence the acronym CABG, CABG, and that went from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and they were pooped when they were done. I felt so bad for them, but the lady that was in surgery came out just fine. But holy fuck. Everybody was like so tense all day because, you know, that's a long surgery and it was a very intense one. Cabbages are no walk in the park. Those are some of the scarier ones that we do that are like routine. Anything with a heart scares the crap out of me because my wife's has some heart valves implanted, and just seeing that stuff, it can be scary sometimes. But most of the people that we do are geriatrics anyways, so I mean that's most of our surgeries. It's all usually elective. But there are those occasional emergencies. We do have an emergency room, so it does happen. Hey, that's a good shot of my thumb. I need to watch that. We'll let that layer dry with her. Get this other helmet chick. You know, these little stands are doing really well. I made these like a couple days ago. It's just a wine cork with a washer glued to the bottom and the paper clip. And bam, hey, looks good. Oh, sorry, that was like some really awkward noise. There we go. Now you can probably... No, I don't have... There we go. dope. Okay. Now everything's set up. Okay, this one has no silver on it, so actually I gotta thin this out. It's starting to dry out a little bit. Baja. Yeah, I was desperate. I went to Taco Bell. Typically, I actually don't ever eat fast food, but I did not eat all day today, and I got out of work, and like it was one of those days where I was just too busy not to eat, or too busy to eat. Like I just didn't have time. I mean, I'm sitting here explaining myself. I don't have to, but like I saw the Bell, and it's like one of the few things that are even open, and it was better than McDonald's. Anything's better than McDonald's. Yeah, normally I have a garden, I grow my own food, and I eat very, very healthy, but man, tacos were good today. At least they looked good. They were okay. The crackhead that made them probably didn't do a great job, but he was doing his job and he was doing great, so. He was a friendly fellow who clearly was very excited to be at work. AKA motherfucker be tripping on crack. But hey, whatever, he made a good Crunchwrap Supreme. So I gave him I gave him a tip. Fuck it, yeah, fuck yeah. You know, it is. It's kind of a gross color, isn't it? Mountain Dew Baja. It's not like refreshing to me. It doesn't look. I had friends that are like, it looks tropical. I don't know if they've ever seen the tropical, like anything tropical, but it does not look tropical. It looks like watered down Windex. And not even that. Like even watered down Windex looks more drinkable, and it doesn't even taste all. It just tastes like soda. Like not. I don't know. It's hard to. It's weird. But whenever I'm at a Taco Bell, whenever they say like what to drink, it's like the first words. Like I'm not even like saying it on purpose. It's just like Baja Blast, and it just, maybe it's old habits. I used to live on Taco Bell as a teenager, and like I can't do that anymore. It's, if I have it, it's like once a month, if that. But like you know, just old habits. I'd go in and be like, yeah, Crunchwrap Baja, and I did like every day. I'm surprised I'm like 190 pounds, and I never got obese. I'm very surprised about that too. Or diabetes. Holy fuck, I've dodged a lot of bullets. Oh, what kind of tomatoes do you grow? Hell yeah. I've got some Sunsweet tomatoes, Sunsweet pears. Those are delicious. They're like grapes, little yellow ones. Taste like sugar, and oh my god, are they the best, like candy. I eat them as candy because I don't eat like candy. And then we have some big boy tomatoes. I'm gonna blanch them and make them into pasta sauce. I'm also growing habanero peppers. I've got habanero peppers, mammoth, jalapenos, serrano peppers. I'm going to turn those into hot sauce and salsa. I do that every year. And then I've got some zucchini squash my 2 tomato plants that I mentioned. I've got some romaine and some cabbage. And then in my autumn bed, it's not planted yet, but I'm going to be planting some squash and like summer squash and acorn squash and just more of the fall stuff. And usually I preserve as much as I can. Turned out really well. I did strawberries last year. Those didn't really turn out good like at all. I didn't really get any yield out of them, and I like did whatever I could with them, but it's not a huge deal. It was kind of a gamble anyways. Big beef. Yeah, big beef I think is the one that I did. Not the what I said. I did the sun sweets, but big beef is the other. That triggered that in my head. So yeah, early girls are great. Early girls are great. Last year we made a dope pasta sauce, and I turned a lot of my tomatoes and stuff into salsa. It was like habanero salsa, and I did some jalapeno salsa. But like I ended up getting probably, well, I had enough jalapenos to last me for like the whole winter, and I pickled about 8 jars of them, and they're great on tacos and stuff. Beefcakes, yeah. So I can see how that would lead to like wanting to call them that, because like I can never remember beefsteak. All I've ever heard, my grandparents always told me like beefsteak tomatoes go on burgers because you think beef. That's the only thing that they've ever like told me about growing. My grandma was like she always had gardens and stuff, but it was always the same stuff every year. I like to try new stuff every so often when I'm growing. I'm kind of a man of a million hobbies. I've got Warhammer, I've got a garden, I do terrain, and I do like graphic design for well, I've only honestly been doing it for my channel, and then yeah, just kind of been, I feel like I'm a jack of all trades. I've worked a bunch of different jobs randomly. But the painting's always just been a fun thing. You know, so like, random thing, I enjoy streaming painting so much more than I do streaming video games. Like, when I was first like trying to become a streamer, and not like I'm even really, this is still like a side thing, it's just fun for me to do. I don't necessarily want to be like big and famous. Not even that, I just like to do it because it's fun to talk with people. But like, where was I going with that? Holy fuck, I'm high. And I'm focusing. But, oh yeah, how fun it is. Yeah, it's just so much, I don't know, it's just a lot. Because like with the video games, I was never having fun because they were all competitive. Those are the only ones that people really watch, and I suck at competitive video games. Like, I'm fucking trash. Like, I will admit that fully. Unless it's Nintendo 64 or like Super Nintendo or something, I'm like garbage at like shooters and stuff. And I always wanted to like get out there and chat, but I'm like, man, I fucking suck, because then like people are coming in and telling me I suck, and I'm like, yeah, I know I suck. I can't help it. But the painting, it's just relaxing. still deciding like what color I should do for their stomach leathery pieces, because I would like to do it something. I don't want it to be like outlandishly bright, but I feel like it needs to be something that's a focal point because it's center mass. I'll find something though. Oops, I touched something. I felt that. My thumb hit a thing. I don't see a fingerprint, so. Yeah, you know, I went with armor metal with a few troops, but after painting a few more, like I'm noticing more and more. I'm like, hey, that's not armor. Hey, that's not armor, and like my brain keeps telling me that. So I think I'm just gonna start painting it, and maybe I'll touch up the other ones to match like at some point in the future. But I might as well do it before I get like too crazy into the painting, because I still have a lot of sisters to paint. And I still have a few to build. Always. Now I know how you feel. It's 7 out of 10. Yeah, no, I paint a lot of my minis, like, just because every time I do one, I learn something new. And so a lot of like my minis, you can definitely tell my older ones. I mean, I'm sure that's pretty normal with the process. But there we go. Let's get the back of the wing bits. So what faction do you like primarily play? Or do you play tabletop, or are you just into like the painting and collecting, or what about Warhammers do you like? I kind of do a bit of all of it. I just won my first game over the weekend after like a year and a half of playing. Although I was still learning the rules, and I was a dumb shit and didn't read my codex all the way through until just 3 weeks ago. Now you have a few guardsmen to push them further back on the shelf. So I can assume you're picking guard. Or militarum, adeptus militarum. I forget what it's called. Human stuff. Adepta militarum, military something. My buddy just started collecting those, and he's been playing on Tabletop Simulator with them, and holy fuck, is it a lot of armor. Oh, it's a lot of little units. Yeah, that's good for this one. I think the only one that needs armor painted on it is the ugly duckling over here. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is just because I don't have any, it's just one tone, and it's like Skeletor or something. I don't like it. I don't know, maybe she's just ugly. I think she's just ugly. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, I see. Yeah, I wish I knew about, like, I knew about, like, what Warhammer was as, like, a concept and as a universe and as, like, a few video games back in the day. Because I used to be a hardcore video gamer. Like, non-stop Halo, non-stop Xbox. I mean, I just, all day, every day. I mean, I used to be pretty, like, addicted in the World of Warcraft and all that other stuff. I can't even pick up a game anymore. Like, Pokemon is as much as I can really get into, but, there we go. Yeah, I think she's just ugly. But yeah, like, I really wish I knew about this as, like, a teenager, because I would have been all over this shit. I had no clue this is, like, what actual Warhammer was, to be honest with you. I just kind of thought that it was... I thought it was just, like, a video game, really. I thought it was like, oh, it's just a video game that's super popular and I haven't played it. And I was too involved with, like, Zelda and stuff to, like, get into it, because back in the day I didn't really like playing grim, dark stuff. I just liked playing happy things. But now I like the grim darkness, and these are just so much fun to put together and paint. Yeah, seriously though, she ugly. Like, look at this. When I had her face dry brushed and I had a little black on her nose, she fucking legitimately looked like Skeletor for like a good long while until I put the Bugman's glow on her face. I think she's just ugly. It's just one of the heads I unfortunately picked. I should have just put a helmet on her. But that's fine. I'm not gonna be like looking at the model like that close up while I'm playing. My wife might, but she'll be happy anyways because she's not the one painting them. Oh, her gun is so close to this thing. And it's starting to wiggle off the base a little. Just have to be real careful. Yeah, ugly shoulder. They can definitely be heroes. And the Battle Sisters technically aren't like supposed to be very pretty. They're like fucking scary, terrifying women. Like, they're just normal humans that can do all sorts of crazy shit, but like genuinely, like they're hardy as fuck, and they actually do like typically, you know, shave their heads, and it's like beauty is not a thing. So most of them, if you like read into the lore, says how like they're disfigured and gross because of like self-mutilations for their emperor and just all these other little things, and is like, they're not supposed to be super duper pretty ladies, not all the time. And plus, you need a lot of ugly soldiers because who else would fill the front lines? That's how the army works, right? Based on looks entirely? I have no idea. I stay out of conflict. Unless it's on the board. Then fucking come at me. Hurt me. Hurt me, daddy. Please. Let's play. I had a friend that was doing that over the weekend. Every time I would fight him, he was just like, hurt me, daddy, and I kept telling him to stop. It made it really weird. Not really, it was a lot of fun. Anyways, so these are coming together a lot better than I thought they were going to. I thought tonight was going to kind of be a bit of a dud, because I streamed last night and like it was like dead last night. Nobody was watching, nobody was even like on really. Not sure what was up. Yeah, scary space nuns. They do a lot of weird torture things to themselves in the name of the Emperor. It's a lot of zealots. I definitely have. My wife picked the sisters purely because she thought that they were. She's very conservative and religious, and not very religious, but she was like, I want to find an army that suits my personality. And I said, well, they're all evil as fuck, so if you find something, whatever, that's cool. Just remember that they're all kind of evil. There's no like real good guys in 40K. And she's like, oh, I want to be them. They look like they're really nice. And I'm like, yeah, sure, probably. Turns out they're like one of the fucking most fucked up chapters and like factions in the entire franchise next to Eldar and stuff, because they do a lot of fucked up things between penitent engines and just crusading. But everybody does a lot of fucked up things. Hi, my name is Ben. Hi, Ben. Nice to meet you, and welcome. I'm painting this ugly lady here. I don't like her face. I want her to look like this one. This one's badass. I don't want to have to deal with Uggo over there, but she has to be painted, so. And I'm knocking stuff over. And if it wasn't for the fact that I already had my Drakari army, and with having a baby on the way, I don't want to buy like another army. Every so often I'll buy a box here and there, but like that's not my priorities right now. But I would really love to have some Death Guard. I would love to paint some really nasty looking infected, bloody, gross dudes. I think that they just sound like so much fun to paint for some reason. Because I've already got the Space Nuns, and then I've got the opposite of Space Nuns, which is Drakari, and then I've got well, I've got some D&D minis too, but I haven't gotten around to those yet. I don't even really play D&D, they're just for practice. And my wife plays as the Sacred Rose. So I gave all of her little people's Sacred Rose emblems and whatnot. And back to like the video game streaming. So like I used to stream like old video games, like I was streaming original Xbox content for like a minute there. Like, I did Jet Set Radio Future and Halo 2. Original hardware too, not like emulation. And holy moly, were some of the people that watch that stuff kind of annoying. Like, a lot of backseat video game drivers, but in Jet Set Radio Future, there was one specific kid that just like every day I would stream and he'd get on and like he would. Now this is also remind you, this is like me being like trying to be nice to everybody and be like, hey everybody, my name's Cody and I'm here to stream, like trying to be a YouTube personality. That's not. I grew up pretty quick. No, like, but I was just trying to like appease this kid because he was a speedrunner for Jet Set Radio Future and he was like, man, he was a fucking weird, not like, I mean, he was a brony, he was a weird kid, and I don't know why I was even trying to impress him, just because he was a viewer, and like, he made me hate that game so much, and I used to love that game. And that's when I like kind of decided to stop streaming video games. Cause it was just like, man, I used to love this shit, and now I hate it because one little like douche nozzle decided to try to be like all uppity about how I play, and I got sensitive and I got tired of it, and I just blocked him. But then he just kept coming back at me with alt accounts. It was quite annoying. Off to do things. Keep up the good painting. Hope to see you around. Tenferg, I will see you around too. Thank you for following, and I will be on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 12 o'clock. That's usually what I try to do. Things happen though. I'm a normal person, so I won't be able to get to it all the time. But have a good night. Take it easy. I will be here. You can catch the rest of this here or on YouTube, where I upload all my backups, or export all of these too, just so that I don't have to worry about them being deleted here. Same deal on YouTube, Cody's Crafts with a Z. Little harder to find because I don't really have much, but they're just my streams. I don't edit shit. I'm lazy. Ben, if you're still here, I hope you're doing good. But otherwise, feel free to just hang back and relax, and I'm going to just do my thing and narrate more or less while I paint. So I'm touching up these silver bits, and then after I'm done touching up these silver bits, which I think I'm pretty much there, then I'm going to... what color should I do after that? I should probably do... I could do gold to do a touch-up of gold. But... I think maybe bronze for their tubing, because I was going to do bronze. Bronze is like the only... tubing is the only part that's bronze on them, so I might as well get that out of the way. And I should do purple too to cover up some of my oopsies. Like on Skeletor's hood right here, I've gotten gold on her hood, but that's fine. So let's see, I'll probably do... What color did I decide on? I know I decided on a color. Doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but... pretty sure it was bronze. Doesn't matter. I will do bronze. Warp block bronze. Okay, the next one I'm going to use, I'm just going to use warp block bronze, honestly. Just this on the tubing. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Okay, let's do these tubes up. Everybody gets bronze tubes. She gets bronze tubes. She gets bronze tubes. None of them get tied anymore, but she gets bronze tubes. They all get them. Bronze tubes here. Bronze. I think it's just the 4, honestly. One. And there's a couple more. I'm sad, my buddy. 10 Ferg, you're gone, and I'm sad now. But that is okay. Sleep is good for you. I think I'm gonna do her hair too while I'm at it. Do some very thin white. That's too much. Too much of that. Cool, thank you, Cody. Well, it's gonna be very thin white. I did say that. That's fine. It's thin. It'll work. It'll work. It's just hair, and it's supposed to be thin stuffed anyways. Meh. Actually, it doesn't look bad. Let that layer dry. Do this chick's hair too. Sorry, I'm just looking at a few things. Dope. I don't want some of this paint to be too thick in some of these crevices. Okay, while the hair's drying, I guess I'll just do more bronze. forgot to do one layer on this guy. I totally missed his tubes. How the fudge did I miss his tubes? Ow! I have no idea. That's fine. So there's it. White still looks like it needs a minute. I don't want to give it too much. I don't want it to peel, so do some burgundy. Do a little cover-ups. Ooh, there we go. Alright, let's fix some burgundies. Not worried about the insides. The insides of the cloaks are going to be a different color, so they can hang. They can hang, do what they want, I don't care. Oop, hey, let's not forget their sleeves. Because I almost forgot. I gotta go back to that one girl then. She ain't got no sleeves. I fucked it up. Let's go back on that before I get too involved in some other ones. It's not supposed to be purple, but it is now. Okay, I think I got everything on this one. Except for these back bits. This doesn't sound like Warhammer music. It sounds like, well, it sounds like Warhammer music, but it sounds like Warhammer music, not Warhammer 40k music. Spotify! Yeah, maybe I like the D&D music. That's what I don't want that though. That's what I want. One more to touch up on the purple, and then maybe just one more layer of bronze. Okay, Gene Stealer purple now. Now I only want to get the inside of the cloak with this. I don't want to touch anything else. Theoretically, well, that's what I would like, hypothetically. Ideally? I think ideally was the word I wanted there. getting some of these inside of the cape bits. I probably should have done them like way earlier, but yeah, that's all good. It's just kind of awkward. But I'm not going to be a perfectionist too much about it. That's a bold-faced lie. Focus, please. There we go. Droid cam's just being weird. I'm gonna have to do a few layers of this. I think I thinned it out just a teensy bit too much, but that's okay. I can work with that. Oh, that purple looks so smooth. I love it. Lavender, or burgundy, whichever color. It's burgundy. And it's beautiful. Okay, I think it's a perfect time for me to cut it. Everybody just left, and well, it's 2 in the morning, I'm a bit tired, so I think we did great today. I did only get some silver and some other bits done, but, like, it's not looking half bad. You know what? Before I go, I'm gonna do one more layer on the hair. Just because. Okay, now I'm going to call it a night. So, I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate the follow yet again, Tentford. I will talk to you guys later. I'll probably be on either tomorrow or Friday. Probably Friday so I can have a night with the wife. But beyond then, take it easy. Keep on keeping on, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.